What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Rodney. Good to see everybody in the chat already. What's going on? Make sure you hit that like button. And today's topic is make sure you be decisive. And it's super important for men. And it's something, excuse me, I had to work on myself. Sorry, I'm drinking my Diet 7 Up. We're getting all shredded for festivals and summer and whatnot. But it's important to be decisive and why men need to be decisive and focus on being decisive, getting to the point and those sorts of things. And we'll go over what that really means. But first, I want to say what's up to the chat. We got DJ in the chat. We got Bree. What's up, Bree? Mr. Plankton, how you doing? Jayway, good to see you guys all here. And let's get into the topic because I think this is very important for dudes. And this is something I really had to learn myself, and still something I have to remind myself. Although way less often, but still something I have to remind myself of when it comes to making decision is being decisive and getting to the point and being direct, right? So what I mean by decisive is not to dither back and forth between two different states of mind, states of being, opinions, and those sorts of things. Stick to your guns. And no matter what anyone says, right, if you truly believe something, believe it. The worst mistake you can do, especially in dating, is change your opinion to please another person. No one likes a people pleaser, and that applies to everything. No one likes a people pleaser, right? I mean, you see how I am on my cryptocurrency channel. I speak my mind, and I'm not going to be a people pleaser because that's just not who I am, right? And people respect that. And think about all the successful, powerful people in your life. Are they people pleasers? No, they're not, and neither should you. Being decisive, especially when it comes to making decisions. Something as little as, where do you want to eat? Where do you want to eat? I don't know. Where do you want to eat? As the man, pick a place. And I guarantee you, she'll be fine with it, even if she resists at first. Let's get Chinese or whatever you're into. Well, I don't like that. Nah, we're going to get Chinese. I really feel like getting orange chicken. Okay. You know, when you go back and forth, I don't know what you want to eat. And you say, oh, she can never make a decision. You just make the decision. When you're planning dates, hey, I'll meet you at so-and-so place at 6 o'clock, or meet me at my place at 5 p.m. We'll do something fun, something like that, right? Be decisive, figure things out, plan like you're the leader, right? As much as guys don't want to think we're the leaders or the masculine presence in a relationship, whether it's a same-sex couple, whatever. The masculine presence is the leader, and they slowly lead their interaction to where they want to go. Again, that doesn't mean being a tyrant. That doesn't mean being, no, we're going to have it this way all the time. Obviously not. But when things are left up in the air, right, make a decision. Be decisive. When you get to a bar or a restaurant and maybe, it's 30 minutes until you get seated. Dude, get a fucking seat at the bar and get some drinks. Like, just make that executive decision. Oh, we have 30 minutes till until our seats called or reservations filled. What are we gonna do? Just, hey, let's go to the bar and grab a drink while we wait for our food. Or hey, let's go across the street and get a drink while we wait for our food. Be decisive, right? Don't leave things in her hands, especially when you're dating right away. Look at women just want to show up and look hot. Most of the time, they just want to show up and look hot. They want you to handle the plans. You handle the fucking plans. Obviously, as you progress in the relationship, of course, you make plans together and those sorts of things, right? But overall, women like when you make the plans. They like when you handle that shit. They like a guy with plans that if you don't have to believe me, just try it. Next time you ask someone out on a date or anything like that, be decisive with the plans. Hey, let's meet at so and so bar at 7 p.m. for drinks. Okay, great. Awesome. I'll see you there. That's it. So many people are like, well, where do you want to meet? What's close to you? Do you like this? Do you like that? It's like, stop jumping into the minutia and just get to the fucking point, be decisive, be direct, and be clear in your intent and direct in your intent. Well, what does that mean? Well, if you like someone or if you have romantic interest in someone, make that apparent. Don't pretend to be somebody's friend. A lot of guys take the friendship route, the fucking orbiter route, to hide your feelings for months or years and then finally come out with your feelings after the friendship has been established. Like, I know I've been your friend for fucking a decade, but I've had feelings for you this whole time. Like, that shit works in the movies, but that's not real life. Like, that's not how any of this works, right? So don't be the creepy guy in the friend zone trying to slowly get out over time. Be clear in your intentions, right? Be decisive. Should I tell her I like her? Should I? Hey, when are you free to get together from drinks? I'd like to meet you out for a date. When you say date, it's not a friendship. It's like a, and she doesn't see you in that light. Well, great. You save yourself, weeks of wasting your time probably. On dating websites, a lot of guys sit there and chit chat for weeks. It's like, dude, get to the point. After like 5 or 6 messages, hey, it's been cool talking to you. Here's my number. Hit me up sometime so we can get together for a drink. Something like that. I like to meet up for drinks. You don't have to meet up for drinks if you don't drink alcohol. Go for tea or some shit. But it should be in the evening, right? It should be in the evening. Friends do lunch dates and shit like that. You're not a friend, right? So be decisive, be clear in your intent, make a decision, figure it out, adapt, improvise, overcome. You're the man, figure it out. It sucks, right? But that's what we have to do. We have to figure it out. Find a way. We got J-Way Big A Armory in the chat. If you are always yourself, then the decisions you make are easy. Yeah, guys. I mean, so many guys like are scared to like say their opinions because of the women they meet. Like, because if a woman expresses something, like say if you're on a date or something and she talks about, God forbid, politics or anything like that, like, I don't like this certain sort of thing. Don't warp your opinion to please her. No one likes that. They don't. Even if like they get upset about it at first, like they'll respect you in the end. Even if it means like you don't have to talk to her anymore. Even if it's a difference that, is say for example, for some reason, things get into politics, which it's a terrible dating topic, by the way. And she's like a super liberal and you're like not, or vice versa. Stick to your guns. Oh, I don't like people who like guns or like this or whatever. It's like, well, that's who I am, so I'm not going to change my opinion for anybody. you know Maybe she gets upset, or maybe she gets turned on because for once in her fucking life, some guy had a fucking spine and said, I don't care what you think, like, this is me, this is what I think. Wow. Thank you, Mr. Plankton. I appreciate you. Let me see, Rodney. That shit don't work. That's a major difference between man and women. Women can see a guy and like him, but only like him as a friend. A guy can like a woman as a friend. It's just that women know when you want to fuck them. I was talking to one of the homegirls the other day, and there's this guy that has liked her for years, and he's going to be coming to town and stuff like that, and like likes her, like still likes her, and wants to hang out and whatnot. And it's like, um, it's the situation where he's put himself in the friend zone for years. Like, girls don't. It's like you're in the friend zone, and she knows. Once I'm like, he wants to fuck you, and she's just like, yeah, I know. Like, there's one point where he like, told me his feelings and stuff, but I think it's different. I'm like, no, no, no. Given the opportunity, he would do it. You know, but it takes two. Look at, if you express your romantic interest for somebody right away, like you shouldn't be like holding that information back. If you like someone, right, if you're interested in someone, you have to make that clear so you don't waste your time, and you don't waste theirs thinking they have a genuine friend, thinking that, they have a person that doesn't want to, beat their guts. But a lot of women know that you like them, right? A lot of women know that. you know you don't have to say, hey, I like you, but you can say, hey, I'd like to meet you out for some drinks. When are you free to get together? You know, that's cool. Or something like that, for a date. Then she goes, oh, a date. She doesn't like you. Well, then she'll be like, I don't see you that way. Say, oh, okay, that's cool. Well, I don't think of you as a friend. I think of you more as a romantic interest. So if that's, if you feel like that later down the road, let me know. Give me a call. That's it. All throughout my life, middle school and on, I was always an introvert, but I would always to people, but people would never talk to me. I was always the third wheel in a group, made me feel like a ghost. Yeah, I mean, I mean, hey, man. I mean, sometimes it's like that, right? We all know there's some people like that are in our lives that are always like the third wheel, you know? But don't give up on, I mean, you're super young still. I mean, still socialize. Like I said, like people like feel like you need to improve your social skills by, just go about your everyday life and try to talk to people, like anybody, like at the gym. Like, hey, bro, like where'd you get those shorts at? Like, dude, like, what are you working out today? Or like, dude, how'd you do that? Or how'd you do that? Or you at a grocery store, ask the cashier about their day. Like, how's your day going? Talk to somebody about some shit at a grocery store, and then that's how you talk to women you're interested in. You treat them the same. You treat all women the same. You don't pedestalize any woman. Obviously, you have different levels of romantic interest in other women, but still you treat them all the same. That's how you get over that fear, right? Bro, I just discovered some people have a hard time getting girls. Last year I heard about Fresh and Fit, couldn't believe men could need help getting girls. Some people do. Fresh and Fit. I mean, Fresh and Fit, they're frauds. Like, dude, when you listen to his stories, if you want to listen to real content, listen to like Kevin Samuels, rest in peace, Coach Corey Wayne, Alpha Male Strategies, Austin Dunham. Don't listen to Fresh and Fit. I know they have a large following, but those guys are fucking so corny, especially like the small dark one. I don't know what his name is. He's just like, I remember one time I was in New York and I had a threesome with like, it's like, dude, he's so awkward and strange. It's just like, he's just capping. And then they try to like sue or like they try to get a bunch of YouTube channels taken down for like calling them out. Dude, don't listen to those guys. I know they're popular, but there's better guys. But yeah, some people, have a tough time, talking to women. Some people don't. We used to have we used to call one of our friends the chameleon because he would make himself whatever he needed to be ordered to connect with a chick he was talking to. I mean, it's different if you're like one of those what do they call them like if you're tricking, if you're lying about yourself and just saying whatever to get her in bed. Even at the end of the day, like women don't want someone who's super agreeable, especially in long term. It's not attractive. Like no one likes a fucking pleaser, a spineless pleaser. You see how modern men get treated, modern husbands gets treated. You see how they get treated in public. It's terrible. There's so many videos of like women just going off on their husbands and degrading them and putting them down. It's disgusting. But it takes two. Like you have to accept you have to accept that behavior, you know? So put your foot down. I have a family member who's married to a guy and she's a tyrant to him. She's a fucking tyrant. She's a tyrant to him, but he accepts it because I think he feels like he can't get anybody better. You know, he just accepts it. You know, it's crazy. What's up, Jayhawk? He just accepts it. And it takes two. Like, if you're going to allow that kind of treatment, it's going to happen. People get complacent in their relationships. It's crazy. You know what, bud? Fuck. Just be happy you're alive and do what you can. Natural attraction is a reward for being yourself. Yeah, just be yourself, Mr. Plankton. Be yourself, but you could become a better version of yourself. If there's stuff is you're lacking in your life, like whatever it is, you got to become a better version of yourself. You don't have to change the core of who you are, right? If you can't, you don't have to change your interests, but become a better version of yourself to attract the best, whatever you want. Because you have to do the work. Right? You don't have to change who you are completely. Like if you're into fucking nerdy, geeky things, that's fine. Who cares? There's plenty of guys who get really good looking women who are into like nerdy, lame, geeky things, who play video games a lot and stuff like that. It's not about that. But if there's things you're lacking in your life, especially like your mission, purpose, your calling, those sorts of things, like handle that kind of stuff. Get it done. Um, you know, And yeah, well, I mean, when you talk about natural attraction, maybe that's getting someone or being with someone who's that's really into you. You don't find those kind of people a lot. So when you find them, it's good to be prepared. Yeah, girls can like nerdy things too. Yeah, I mean, a lot of women like nerdy things. It's not a lot of guys think they have to hide like their weird things from people because it's not going to be like it's not going to be cool. Just be your fucking self. But if there's something in your life that needs addressing, like maybe your health, physical fitness, maybe finances, like don't be your bum. You can be yourself, but don't be a bum. I've dated plenty of women who are into like geeky things. You know, you should see my Lego Star Wars set. I mean, dude. I mean, what's funny is that what's crazy? I remember my multimedia teacher in I think my 10th grade in high school. because it was like a class, but he was super into Legos, and I remember he had a smoking hot wife. So that's funny you say that. His name is Mr. Peterson, I think. Yeah, we had a multimedia class. We do like stuff on the MacBooks, like Photoshop and stuff. And he was a huge Lego guy. And he would have a Star Wars Lego collection, and he would bring them and show us in the class. But I remember he had a smoking hot wife. And he was a good looking dude, took care of himself, probably, made good money, seemed like a very, well put together guy. But, so who cares? I have fucking Pokemon Med. Yes, I mean some chicks are into nerdy things, but like what I'm saying is like even if you like meet someone who you don't think is into nerdy things, like you shouldn't change who you are to please them. But you can always try to become a better version of yourself. Like like I said before, what like things in your life need addressing. They speak to you every day. They yell at you. They make themselves apparent. Like, hey, you're breathing hard, walking up some steps, or hey, we're glancing at ourselves in the mirror every time we get out of the shower, or hey, we don't have money to pay for this, or we don't have money to pay for that, or I fucking hate my job, I hate being here, so those little things, you know they point themselves out. He was definitely rich. I mean, he was a teacher at my school. I'm not sure how much he made, but I think he had other things going on for him. Can I just chill without getting hit on for once? Yeah, Jayhawk, stop being thirsty. um but you see how some women treat their husbands. It's despicable, it's terrible, but at some point you have to think, and the evidence seems to be that you stop putting your best foot forward, and the courtship never ends, right? Shout out to Corey Wayne. The courtship never ends. And it's so true. When you're in I've been in some long-term relationships. When you're in some long-term relationships, like a couple of years, something like that, like sometimes you just get bored of dating and courting your wife or girlfriend. You just do. You don't want to do it anymore. Like you're busy, life gets busy. I never had kids, but maybe you do have kids. I can't imagine that different dimension, right? So it's hard to find a babysitter, to find just type in Corey Wayne on YouTube, you'll find him. To find a babysitter, to find the time to you know make priorities for your significant other. It's tough, and men have to lead that. I know it sounds crazy, but we have to be the leaders of that, right? We have to say, hey baby, at 9 o'clock, or whatever, hey Friday, 6 p.m., be ready. When I get home from work, we're gonna go to this cool place I just found. She's like, oh, what place? Like, don't worry about the place, you just look hot. Something like that, you know or hey babe, what does your schedule look like this week? She go, oh, I'm busy like this day, but I'm not free, because whatever your wife, I'm sure has work or something like that. Whatever she's doing, make time, meet in the middle somewhere. Or maybe have a date at home, or something like that. But you have to keep dating or courting your wife. It's just that having the motivation to want to do that, I mean, it's all internal, right? It's just like a lot of guys don't know they need. Guys are so fucking analytical and logical. Like we're so logical. Like if you tell us something, like, oh, okay, I didn't know I needed to do that. Oh, that's why. You know, with guys, it's like, it's almost like women need to like be decisive and direct with us, because we're literally like dogs. It's like, hey, do this, hey, do that. Like, hey, I need this from you. We're like, oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that. Right. That's why coaching is so effective, because coaches are harsh sometimes, but sometimes you need someone to give you a swift kick in the ass. Like we need direction, and that seems to be the way. Um, so I have a lot of self-control problems, whether it's self-pleasure or eating fast food. I'm trying to work on it, but fuck, later I relapse. Fuck. Well, you just have to, Jay, I mean, you're not sick and tired enough, maybe you just haven't gotten to the point where you're sick and tired. See, what's wrong. You understand what's wrong, which is good, because ignorance is bliss. And sometimes when you don't know what the problem is, it sucks, but at least you know, at least um, but when you get sick and tired enough, maybe you'll make the decision to say, fuck eating fast food. I'm done. I want to get in shape. You don't look like a big guy, Jay. You don't look like you're overweight at all. So you could just start working out. Like when people start working out and eat like getting into like different nutrition and dieting and stuff, I think it's too much too fast. Do focus on one thing first, like just going to the gym. That's it. Keep your regular diet, just focus on going to the gym. And then once you get that down, then worry about nutrition. Like so many people like make these crazy New Year's resolutions, like I'm gonna walk 10 minutes a day, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna do this, I'm not gonna do it's like stop trying to do everything at once. Just how about this? The first month, just go to the gym. Nothing, don't change anything else. Don't stop playing video games, don't stop eating fast food, whatever. Just make one positive change, which is going to the gym and stick to that one. And then maybe the next month, then you can incorporate something else. Because when you try to do everything at once, you just like stop. It's like too much of like a shock to your system. So just try one thing. Keeping your fast food. But the crazy thing is what you'll notice is that once you get a good routine in at the gym and then like you start to eat healthy, like you don't want to eat fast food because you start learning about like the benefits of eating properly and eating enough protein. But you honestly, if you're a skinny guy, and you're not really worried about losing too much weight and you've never been to the gym, a good thing to do is just to get in the gym, build some muscle, get yourself under some weights and start working out. That's it. And then you'll start to see results. And then you can learn about nutrition and those sorts of things down the road. But don't try to do everything at once. If you can be friends with her for a while, then take it to the next level. No, never be friends. No. If you're not friends, then don't be friends. You know? Always romantic interest. You don't have to be official, a boyfriend and girlfriend, but you never want to come off as a friend because that's not your intention, right? Your intention is romantic interest. Look at when we see a girl, we know if we see her as like, damn, she's hot, like she's cute or whatever. Bro, read that again. If you can be friends with her for a while, then take it to the next level. Wait, if you can be friends with her for a while, then take it to the next level. I don't know. I don't know what you mean. If you can be friends with her for, I don't know what you mean. Let me read this one. You don't have to look like a bodybuilder. Just the fact that you are in the gym doing something for yourself will boost your confidence. I'm telling you. Look at muscle mass is nice, but not too much muscle mass. There's so many of those like little social experiments where they show like the surfer bod, which is like muscle mass, kind of slender but like lean, compared to like a big bodybuilder. Like women always prefer like the slender but muscle mass thing. It's always good to have a good shoulder to hip ratio. Shoulder to hip ratio. That's important, right? That's hot, right? Nice broad shoulders. And there's a lot of ways you can, get your upper body up, simple workouts. I mean, you got to push yourself, right? But simple workouts. And obviously the way you get your waist down is having a better diet, getting leaner. Because when you get leaner and you build muscle, what happens simultaneously? Your waist goes down and your upper body gets bigger. So you have that nice little V taper. It's very attractive. Shit, that's the best way to make friends with a baddie. She gonna hang around with other baddies and have nothing but good things to say about you. Yeah, but if you want to, I mean, there's situations like that, like you have an acquaintance, but you feel like BFFs with a baddie and she's like calling you all the time, and you want to if you want to bang her, like if you really have romantic interest in her, then it's like, why be friends with someone you have romantic interest in? That's ridiculous. I mean, if you have no romantic interest in her at all, well, yeah, cool. She could be a wingman. But don't do that. You know what I mean? Don't put yourself in that position where you're friends with a chick who's because women, how they treat friends is they vent to them all the time, right? And like you don't want to be someone's emotional tampon if that's not how you want to be treated in the relationship. If you like her or you have romantic interest in her, be that person. Mr. Plank says you don't have to be shredded either. Just be happy in your own skin, be healthy, and yeah, exactly. Just get in the gym, make yourself, you know, happy with the way. Be satisfied with the way you want to look in the mirror, right? I'm just saying friendship is very important in a thirsty ass social this thirsty ass social. Friendship is important. I get it. I understand that, but older grown men and women don't have best guy friends and best girlfriends. They just don't do that. They just don't do that. Your wife doesn't have a best guy friend she hangs out with. Your husband doesn't have a best girlfriend he's BFS with, hangs out and gets drinks every Thursday with. That does not happen, right? Um, and it's different if you're truly their friend, right? Maybe in a social group, maybe an acquaintance, but you don't do those sorts of things, right? Friendship is important, but if you're putting yourself in the friend zone because A, you're not confident enough to talk to her, or B, you just don't want to make things awkward. But it's like, dude, you're giving yourself blue balls. It's like you like this chick, but you're pretending to be her friend for the sake of friendship. It's like, don't put yourself through that. You know, make your intentions clear. I'm not saying you want to smash just if you have a hot friend and she do the work. Yeah, I mean, it's fine, right? That's fine. Yeah, that's great. That's great. But just don't be the fucking guy who waits hand and foot on her. Like, hey, I need you to come change this or do this for me or do that. It's like, no, that's your man. My thing is, I'm 145, have a decent chest, but my arms are skinny as hell. People say I look young. I'm 23. Um, get in the gym, bench press, pull ups, rows, deadlifts, squats. Get in there, man. It'll blow your arms right up. You probably, if you have a big chest and you haven't worked out, you probably have good genetics for a big chest. Start benching, bro. Start eating right. Bet you'll blow up like crazy. You're 145, bro. You are skinny. And you said you're 5'9" too, right? And you're African. You probably have good genes, bro. You look lean, bro. So you probably have good genes. Get in there, bro. And if you're like a really lean guy, you can probably afford to eat fast food. You just got to change that down the road. You want to get more protein in. But dude, I wouldn't even worry about diet. Just start working out. And trust me, once you start working out, you're gonna get hungry. I have hella friends. That's fine. But I wouldn't date any of them. Smash. Yeah, we built the same. Yeah, you guys probably have good. Dude, black people, we got good genetics, bro. Like I'm only half, and I got good ass genetics. You know what I mean? Like I can build muscle pretty easy. I gain weight pretty easy. I'm not a skinny guy though, but I'm strong. And you got to use that stuff. Once you get in the gym, you guys will probably blow up. You know, once you get a little routine going, and there's a ton of resources on online to help you with that, YouTube and stuff like that. You guys probably get swole as a motherfucker. Probably be some animals. Probably for the lean look. Yeah, lean's fine, but you still want to have some, you get some more muscle on you. 145 is small. Y'all tiny as hell. Wiz Khalifa looking at boy. You know, girls do like a little guys. They do like bigger guys, right? A little weight on them, but the skinny guys who pull chicks all the time. Very small. I see other black dudes at my job that are 6 feet. I'm like, damn short. Well, look at there's a lot of short guys with game, right? That are smooth. I've known many of short guys in my life who kill it, right? But obviously, women do like tall guys, right? Taller guys, but that's not all women. Obviously, there's short guys who can pull. All right. Don't roast me. I got time today. Yeah, 6 feet. I'm like, damn. Yeah, I mean, it is true. That is a real thing. You can't pretend like it's not. But hey, what can you control? You can't control your height, right? You can control how much money you make. You can control what you look like, your gains, right? You can't control how tall you are, but you can control how wide you are, right? So there's some things you can control, but not obviously not everything you can control. So don't think that you have to be able to control everything because you just can't. Like if you look like Jayhawk and you look like you got beat with an ugly stick or fell from the ugly tree and it hit every branch on the way down, and the whole ugly tree fell on your face. Like sometimes, what can you do? You just got to deal with it. You just gotta sit there and fucking deal with it, right? So control what you can control. You can control your diet, your exercise, you control how much money you make, you control a lot of things, right? I'm the perfect image of Chad. Now, if you're dark, you're a Tyrone, not a Chad. I guess if you're like me, you're in the middle. I don't have to worry about my height. Everyone is taller than me. Just sucks when I'm the tall guy who doesn't want someone who's 5 feet into a tall. Yeah, bro. I mean, girls like guys who are taller than them, right? And if you guys are 5'9", you're taller than a lot of chicks. What's the average height for a chick? Like 5'5" or some shit? I don't know, 5'8". Guys are there, man. You know? Yeah, Bree's pretty much a midget. Just kidding. 4'11". God damn. Oh, and be like that sometime, you know? They don't think it'd be like that, but it do. So, control what you can control. There's no use, um, there's no use in controlling or trying to go like being upset about something like out of your control. It's like, dude, you're wasting your time being mad about it. You're just literally wasting your time. So, you know, but back to the topic, be decisive, get to the point. Don't dither around, have an opinion, keep your opinion. Don't change your opinion because you want to be accepted by others or women, especially. Have your own opinion. Like literally, if you go out and you're like you love guns, and she brings up in a conversation like, I love guns. I mean, I hate guns. I think gun people should do this, and gun rights are stupid. And like you're like a big gun guy. Don't be like, yeah, fucking guns suck. It's like that's not you, bro. That's not you. Don't act like that's you. Some guys are literally warp their opinion to please other people. I don't get it. I get it, but you shouldn't. I've been consuming so much diet soda today; it's not even funny. I should probably stop. My contacts are getting dry too. I find I'm too conservative, and when I have a couple of drinks, loosen up. I just have a revelation of realizing I got to stick up my ass. Yeah, that's a big thing too. Yeah, like relax, have fun, bro. Don't be so serious. Don't be so serious. Girls just want to have fun, man. Cyndi Lauper, come on, girls just wanna have fun. It's so true, and you're fucking Mr. Serious, fucking all serious all the time. Fucking chill, bro. Chill, relax, man. Life's too crazy. Life's too serious already. You're like the adult that walks into a party. Who's smoking pot in here? Anybody smoking pot? It's serious when someone calls it pot, right? Who's smoking pot in here? Yeah. I'm average as average can be. Only a couple of women have shown interest in me, and they were either twos or a gay dude. I'm just like, oh boy. You got to put yourself out there. Jay, I have you on Instagram, dude. You have some good photos. Like, look at, I would use those graduation photos you have, the one you see on the bench. That's a good one, bro. I would use that as one of your dating, like your main profiles, and take some more with like friends and shit. And if you don't have friends, fucking take some more. Find some people to take a picture with. Get some good pictures done, bro. Get some of you out. I think you would kill it, bro. But you got to put yourself out there. You know, you got to do the work, man. Why you enjoying that tart ass 7 Up? It's good. Ronnie, shut your ass up. That's literally me, and y'all motherfuckers call me thirsty for it. Wait, what's you? What is you? You know, fucking serious guy over here. Yeah, J-Way, you be all right, J-Way. You're tripping, dude. I think you need to do something to get yourself more confidence. I think you just need to do something. I don't know what it is, but you got to do something to give yourself whatever bothers you, bro. You got to figure that shit. You know, you got to figure that shit out. Because I feel like you got potential, man. You got potential, but potential is just potential, right? Got to get out there. You're 23 too, bro. Imagine if you worked on this shit for like 5 solid years. 28, just fucking killing it. Imagine. You guys should read How to Be a 3% Man by Corey Wayne. It's good. It's a good book. Confidence is key, bro. Master it. Yeah. But you have to do the things that make you confident, right? If you could just be like, all right, confidence. Let me watch a video on confidence. Let me watch a David Goggins video real quick. Like it's not going to spawn. You got to do the work, right? Whatever is making you feel unconfident. It could be many different things. Jay Wade, try talking to white girls. They're super friendly and make for great practice. Fucking send it, right? That's true though. Black girls trip sometimes. Nah, it's the way you approach them. Consistency, it takes years. Exactly, right? What's the what gives you confidence, right? Consistency, knowing you can do it. Been there, done that. Got the T-shirt. That makes you confident, right? Spawn confidence like you spawn a Pokemon. Yeah, just fucking. All right, I'm confident now. That's all I needed. Just a YouTube video. Honestly, you could be the best guy, but we live in a big ball trying to survive. Me, I'm focusing on skills I can master, not showing off. That's cool, man. Hey, do your thing. Yeah, man, do your thing. Become great at whatever you do. That's gonna help. But I think you should definitely take time to date, especially if you want to date and you're not dating because you're scared or I can understand if you're just, shutting off all external things like women included, like just to focus on your purpose or maybe to get your life together. That makes sense because women do take up a lot of time, right? Dating and relationships, they take up a lot of time. You got to like work around it sometimes. Um, but if you are dating, just treat it like a schedule. Like that's why it's good when you schedule dates, get to the point so you're not sitting in fucking limbo. So if it's like Sunday and you set a date up for like Thursday, that all right, the rest of the week I can focus on not chasing ass and focus on my mission and purpose. And I know that on Thursday I'm gonna have a date. So that's why it's good to get to the point, get decisive, get something going. So not on some creep shit, but for real, they hella friendly. Don't assume like black and Mexican girls. Yeah, it's a masculine thing too. I don't know why that's a thing, but some chicks are just like overly masculine and outspoken and whatnot. And those are the only chicks that'll hit on me. Like there'll be chicks that like will put themselves in your orbit or look at you, but like literally only like aggressive, like masculine chicks, like, hey, how you doing, kind of thing. Yeah, focus. Sometimes you have to put on the blinders and focus on yourself, right? But if you want to get out there and date, do it. You should. If that's not what you want, then don't do it. But if you truly deep down, if that's what you want, I think you should. I think life's too short not to have experiences like that. I think life's too short for you not to get out there and try at least. Put yourself out there, but work on the things that make you confident. Whatever you're feeling not confident about, work on those things. That'll make you feel better, right? That'll give you the confidence to approach someone or to just go after what you want. Oh, fucking send it. You know. But yeah, consistency does take years, right? And that's why I was never opposed to like, especially when I was practicing like a lot. When I first found this stuff in my mid 20s, like early 20s, I just practiced a lot. I was like, all right, let me just try this shit because like you don't really know it until you keep doing it a bunch and you just dirtle around, for a while. Like you just figure like you fuck up a lot, you do some things good, you get some success, and you're like, okay, well that works, that doesn't work, this works. Because what I've learned is like it's not all like black and white. There's a lot of gray areas too. And you don't have to act like a robot. Like all this advice is great, but it's like not a science, it's like an art. You know what I mean? It's like you gotta play around with it a little bit, but the principles are the same. And if you just go out and get some repetitions, you get good at it. Well, then you become more confident in it. And then when you meet someone you really like, well, then hey, great. Or if you work with chicks, start with them. Shit, I even mac on older ladies at work to stay sharp. Yeah, that's true too. The older ladies are so aggressive. I was going to physical therapy and there was like a lesbian couple and they were every time they were just like fucking throwing it at me. You know what I mean? Like probably not seriously, but they were like, oh my God, if I was your age, this. I was like, damn. And I'd just be like, age is just a number, you know? I I think what's fucked up with me is that I didn't a lot wait, I think what's fucked me up is that I didn't have a lot of friends when I was younger, and that affected me and I got older. Now that is when I just talk to people, they don't talk to me. I just stay reserved. Usually people are pretty friendly, J-Way, but you just gotta go out and socialize. Like I'm saying, go to a fucking club and just get fucking shit canned and go fucking dance by yourself. Get dressed up, smell good, get groomed, go out on a Friday, Saturday night to a club, go in the club and start dancing and just send it, you know? Just send it. Just go try to talk to some people, maybe go to a bar, just try to socialize and get together with friends if you can. Say yes to events. If people are inviting you to parties and you feel introverted, just fucking go, you know? I'm all gray, everything. I try things and adjust for best for yeah, exactly, right? You gotta adjust. Not only that, but if you got your shit together, that alone will give you the most confidence. Because if a chick don't want ain't no two shits because your shit's exactly, right? That's true. That's true, Jayhawk, that's so true, like, you can put on a persona, you can put on anything, but, like, when you get down to the brass tacks, like, say if you get someone to come back to your place and maybe you live, like, a bunch of roommates or your place is dirty or, you just don't got your shit together at all, like, look, you're 23 and you're young, and I don't expect anyone to be having their own apartment and stuff like that because it's tough. It's tough. I can't imagine someone, you know, paying almost $3,000 for an apartment or, $2,000 for an apartment where I live. Um, and they're 23. Like that's a lot of money to be that's like, $24,000 a year to be putting towards housing. And like what kind of salary are you making when you're 23? You're probably still just finishing up school. So it's tough. But as you get older, you want to get your shit together because after a while, when you're young, you're potential and people, they give you the benefit of the doubt because you're potential. But when you get older, especially women, they're not going to give you the benefit of the doubt because if you're older and you don't got shit going for you, like imagine if you're 30 taking somebody to like you're taking somebody back to your house and you have like four roommates or your house is fucking dirty or something and like it's not a good look. So get your shit together, you know. Even if you have to work an extra job, dude, do what you have to do to have some independence. You'll feel so much better because it's your own thing and you worked for it. Roommates are fun. I get it. It's expensive, but have your shit together, and live with good roommates. Because I remember I lived with roommates before, dude, and then like the place would just be so fucking dirty. Like I love my friends, but one of my friends had a cat, and that shit would just the thing would just piss everywhere, and it would smell. And I was just like, I had to get my own studio. Like I was like, I'm out, And this I felt more confident, even though I was a studio at the time. It was a nice ass studio, and I made it look clean, smell good, you know, furniture look decent, and it's my own little place, have pride in it, so but get your shit together, yeah, because you know when you're young, your potential, you're working towards something great, but when you get older, like people stop giving you the benefit of the doubt. They're like, all right, you fucking asshole, you get it together, it's just the truth. It's just the truth. Especially in the pandemic ending, it's easier to be friendly because it's nice to be back to normal. Yeah, Rodney, you should have seen the Axel bud. Holy, it was fucked. Was it really Mr. Plankton? Did you get it all done though? I feel that J way. I was so introverted in school and isolated myself like crazy. I've done a lot of work to get out of the bubble. It's hard, but you just got to do it. Yeah. I paid $1,500, two bed, two bath townhouse in San Bernardino. God, I paid $2,500 for a two bed, one bath. I got a garage though, but still. Yeah, but like Rodney, maybe the club is not his scene though. Just like me, I hate the club, but never had a issue pulling any chick because eventually you'll bag one. Just got to play the game. True, but I think you got to socialize. Like, you got to do something you're into to get out. If you like, maybe if you like gaming tournaments or something like that, or something like that, you know. Maybe if you like gaming tournaments or something, maybe go to those. Like socialize with friends, or socialize with people you meet at a grocery store or something like that. Appreciate that, Jayhawk. Yeah. Got to be in grind mode. Yeah. Hell, nah, roommates ain't it. Is you can't afford to be living alone. You don't have your shit together. If you need a roommate, fuck it, get another job. When you have roommates, that's an automatic L. Dude, roommates are the biggest cock block of all time, dude. They just are. They just are. Like you have to and if you have roommates, you have to negotiate. Like, bro, I need the living room tonight. Like, fucking go fuck off. Living roommates are the biggest cock block of all time. They just are. It's like maybe they have something going on. It's just so weird to me. I mean, it's not impossible. I mean, obviously, there's two guys that live above me, and they both have pretty good-looking girlfriends, and they're handling it. But I mean, those relationships were established. It's fine. It's not impossible. But it's like when you're bringing back someone home, it's just like, dude, how boring, right? I mean, it's not boring, but like, how lame, right? It's like when it's your place, like it's your own shit, and it's nice. Like, oh, you live here by yourself? Like, oh, dang, it's rare, especially where I live, to find someone who lives by themselves because it's so fucking expensive. You know, like this is I'm shacked with my mom and sister for now, trying to land something. It's tough here, but I find it nice as they need a guy there to fix the shit. It's my family. I don't mind. Yeah, but that is gonna kill you. It's gonna kill the vibe if you take a girl home and then she's like, and your mom and your sister is around. It's not the vibe. Trust me, it's not the vibe. It's just not the vibe. Exactly. Crypto work, sports, gambling, future. Let's go. I love living. I love my living with my best friend, and it's good for me short term. But I can't wait to get my own place. I always think it's a little different for chicks. You know, as a 35-year-old, I can tell you guys, please don't fuck off like I did. You will live with regret. Like Roddy said, people look at you different. I'm telling you, JR, I'm telling you, man, when I was like early 20s, like everyone gives you the benefit of the doubt. Everyone believes in you. Everyone like sees potential because you are potential. You're a ball of potential. But as you get older, people stop giving a shit about you. They do. They're like, get it together, fucking weirdo. Like no one cares. No one cares. So make yourself valuable. It's always the friends that have nothing going for themselves that want to be your roommate so they can F up. So yeah, I don't care what the situation is. I will not have roommates. I'm sorry, man. Sorry, bro. Sorry, broette. I will not have roommates. I will not. That's what's up, Jayhawk. I've never had a roommate. I've worked 3 jobs before just so that wouldn't be mean nothing for peaceful than living alone. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like nothing's more peaceful than living alone. Like you work 3 jobs. That's why I say it. Like if you need to have an extra job, then fucking do it. I would do the same thing. It doesn't matter where I'm at. I'm gonna send it, right? So, it's like it's such a buzzkill, like bringing someone home, like you got a roommate. What's up, bro? You want to hit this bong? She's like, bro, get the fuck. I mean, maybe maybe you guys are into that, but like, dude, suck it. You are the company you keep. If they're not doing shit with their lives, I'd cut them off because eventually they're gonna bring you down. That is so true. That is so true. That is so true. But I have a problem with that. It always happens, but I never did it. I always live alone. Live alone. I need to be weird by myself. I like my own space, bro. I just like doing my own shit. I like to do what I want, blast music what I want. I like to lay on my couch and watch my fucking big ass TV and watch a fucking Quentin Tarantino movie, dude. That's my peace. Sitting on my ass, laying down on my fucking big ass couch with a fucking snack, watching a Quentin Tarantino movie on my surround sound, just by myself, just chilling. That's what I like to do. That's my fucking zen, you know? That's my fucking zen mode. Or like last night, I literally foam rolled for like an hour just fucking watching a movie. That is like, it's Friday night and this is fucking peaceful for me. First of all, I don't want to go out and get shit canned because I'm trying to diet and drinking is not, good for that, so I'm staying in, hunkering down, you know. Uh, Brie, I've never had my own place. I've always lived with a roommate or partner. I'm ready for my own space. It's hard to keep up with the ASMR channel here too. Yeah, it's tough when you don't have your own spot, right? I'm doing. What's up, Psycho Hunt? How you doing? I'm doing well, buddy. How you doing, brother? Rodney, we have the same piece that the movie, dude. Jayhawk, go watch Jackie Brown. It's a good movie. All right, Jay, have a good one, bro. Hey, we're here if you we're the community, man. If you ever need us, man, we got you, bro. I have you on Instagram too, so reach out if you ever need if you ever need anything, bro. You're gonna kill it, dude. I can't wait to have my own pad. Have a pad of my own. Real estate is really tough here with all that jazz. Yeah, dude. In Southern California. You're telling me, bro. It's tough. It's hard. It is so hard. Look, if you have to have a roommate, that's okay. I've had roommates before, and and everything was fine. I had a roommate that was he was like a recluse. He would just stay in his room all the time, which is great. So I've had roommates that are cool. It's fine, but as you get older, you gotta once you get into like your 30s or late 20s, you gotta consider like I should probably have my shit together so I can get a place. If you're in your early 20s, it's understandable, right? It's tough. Nah, it's called Jackie Brown. It's a good movie. It's a Quentin Tarantino movie. You'll like it. You'll like it. I told my friends to invest into crypto, and they always say they never have the money. But 2 days later, I see them with Gucci belts, and they just got. I told them to get rich. You're on. Yeah, I mean, you could buy Gucci belt and stuff. I mean, I like nice things too, right? But that's crazy. Yes, after 30, shit hits you different. Literally, J.R. Wilson. Look at. So I'll tell you about a time I had like a weird like crisis in my life. So I was living in Portland. I don't think I've ever told anybody this, but I had a good job at Target and I got offered a really good position. Like I would be making great money. And I was just like, damn. And I moved up originally there for a better job, hang out with friends, be closer to friends and stuff. But I remember at the time, and you guys are going to laugh at me, I was training and I wanted to fight. I wanted to be an MMA fighter. That's why I've been training a lot. And I passed up on the retail quite most because I was tired of retail. And although the money was good, I was sick of being there, but I was good at my job. So my district manager wanted to promote me. He's like, "Hey," I told him, "Can you give me 24 hours to think about it?" And I don't think he liked that because I think he thought I'd be jazzed for it. And I said, "You know what? No, I'm going to try to chase this dream as a fighter." And obviously it didn't work out because it's just too expensive to pay off student loan debt and then make a life for yourself and try to train as much as you need to train. I just didn't do it. Maybe it's an excuse, but I just didn't do it. And I had this weird like existential crisis because I was approaching the age of 30 and I'm just like 28. I'm just freaking out. I'm like, dude, what am I doing with my life? Because no matter what you say, men, we compare ourselves to other men in the world. There is a dominance hierarchy, right? There is a dominance hierarchy. And in our social world, it's judged by status and uh money, right? Status, power, money. And if you're not up with it, if you don't have the money, if you don't have the status, the power, you just feel like shit because you compare yourself to other people. You do. And sometimes those comparisons are needed. I mean, if it's you're obsessing about it, you can't really compare yourself to other people, especially if you're getting better. But if you're not getting better and you're just stagnant, like you become self-aware and it's like anxiety inducing. And that's one of the big reasons why I stopped smoking weed, man. That's why I stopped smoking weed. Is because it made me anxious. And those sorts of things. So, it's like because when you're 30, you feel worthless if you don't have anything going for you. So you got to get it together. You got to figure it out. After 30, like the TikTok, man, being 20 without a clue, fine. Being 30 without a clue, get it together. Being 40 or 50 without a clue, it's not the move, man. It's not the move. You can still get it together, but don't let that be you. Anthony, have the word for your wife. She's always on my ass, bro. I never have time to myself. She's always like, babe, take me out. Babe, cook for me, babe. Exactly. You dumb, Anthony. We all got the same 24 hours. If you 20 or 30, it's no excuse. Nobody going to give you nothing. You got to get that shit. Exactly. You got to go out and grab it, man. You got to go out and grab it. Look, I want to go party every fucking Friday. Look at, I live in fucking the party town. Like I literally walk 2 blocks down that way. There's something going down. I want to do that. I want to get shit canned, but I got to go, man. I got a goal. I'm thinking about the long term. I'll do that. I'm going to do that too, but let me get to my goal first. Or maybe that's just me because where I'm from, where when I'm from, you have to everything taken from you. Either get your spark or in your ass and take it. Exactly, bro, dude. Literally, like people think like I don't know why people have the idea that I come from like the suburbs or some shit like that. Literally, I met my mom when I was 4. I live with my aunts in Washington. Single mom, crazy ass boyfriends, drugs, fucking fighting, food stamps, Section 8, living in hotels, foster systems. I've been on my own financially free. I joined the military when I was 18. Like I've been on my own completely with no support since I was 18. And a lot of people can relate to that, but I got to grind for everything. That's why I made so many fucking dumb financial mistakes in my early 20s. Is because of dumbass shit, dumbass decisions. I never knew about finance. No one taught me about finance. No one taught me how to be a man, or anything like that. So I had to figure things out. And it sucks. And it's like boohoo, sad story, Black American dad story, shout out to Drake, but that's true. Boohoo, sad story, Black American dad story. It's like, okay, everyone gets dealt a hand. You gonna bitch about it, or are you gonna go get after it? You know? Shut up, Jayhawk. I have a similar story, only with modeling though, and that shit was so weird. I had to drop that dream. Really, that's crazy, Jr. We low key held me back from a lot of things. That's why I thought, yeah, we was bad for me too. It doesn't affect people all the same. Like to me, it was holding me back. It made me lazy. It really killed my motivation. Um, and it came from just like smoking, and I smoked heavy, like dabs on my lunch break heavy. Yeah, depression. Yeah, it's depression too, right? Once you realize where you're at in the social hierarchy, and you're like, damn, like you can listen to all the motivational videos. They don't compare yourself to other people. It's like, meh, 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 meh. It's like doesn't matter what those videos say because deep down, like you're not even trying. You know, you're not even trying. That guy's better than you because he's better than you. You see a guy in like a Mercedes or like a Range Rover, and he looks younger than you, and you're like taking the bus or driving like a beat up car, and you're living with roommates, and you're like, damn, damn, maybe he did have a better start in life, or maybe he just knows how to get his shit together. But you don't have to compare yourself to him, but you can get better, every single day. So, and I think that a lot of guys who ignore that, because a lot of guys ignore that. Like I lived in Portland, like literally Portland's like the place where people, like adults, go to retire. Like grown adults go to retire, like young adults, and it's like I think a lot of people live with that anxiety because and just like suppress it for years through drugs and alcohol and other things, because everyone knows you're supposed to be done. I have friends who maybe are the same age range, or acquaintances, people I just know that are the same age, and they're not doing anything with their lives, and you could just tell they're sad. But what do? They just say, I'm gonna party, I'm gonna drink, and then play video games and just forget about it, and then never get better, and then just keep putting it off and keep acting like it's not an issue, like, oh, I don't need to be this, like, oh, that's just material things, or that's just this. It's like deep down you're suffering. You feel it, in your gut. Feel like, get that warehouse job. I've smoked almost every day since I was 16. I thought quitting would be depressing. I'm actually feel great. That's good, Bree. Keep that going. For a person that's been through a lot, that you turned out great, my guy. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Um, appreciate that, man. Except those 6 months on probation. I heard about that, Bree. Everyone has a story. Don't make an excuse. Exactly. Yeah, that guy drives a Rover or a BMW. Yeah, so what? Well, we still have to make the same 24 hours a day. It's not exactly. Yeah, exactly. Whatever. Get after it. But it is something to think about. Like sometimes you shouldn't compare yourself to other people's journey. You have your own journey, but you should also be taking that journey. You know, sometimes that shit's a reminder of, hey, bitch, get it together. Damn. Money matters, right? Money gives you choices and freedom. It's true. Money does matter. It gives you choices and freedom. Is it everything? No, it's not everything. We know it's not everything. Look at all the important people in our society who hurt themselves or get rid of themselves because, even if they have money, because they're sad inside. So money isn't everything. Of course it isn't, but it does help. It does help, right? It does take away, it does get rid of some of the basic issues you have in your life, right? Once you have like all your bills taken care of and those sorts of things, well, then you can start worrying about other problems, right? Because it's a hierarchy, right? It's a hierarchy of needs. And once you get one, you know, level met, then you can move to the next one, right? Like in the United States, like the happiness level between us in the Western world compared to someone in a third world country, there's no evidence that we're happier. There's none. As long as you have food, shelter, and stuff like that, there's no evidence that anyone's happier. Um, so it's just that, money does help some that first, because if you have people hounding you for money, and you're wondering when you're gonna get paid next, like you're waiting on your paycheck because you can't afford this, like that does catch up to you quickly, right? You can always make the change, you have to work for it, but if you have to go get it if you really want it, yeah, you have to go and get it, right? Yeah, I think it's sometimes you have to be sick and tired of like just being sick and tired. Like you just have to get up one day and be like, "Fuck this," and that's how I felt with weed. I was just like, "I'm done. I can't do it anymore." And like honestly, when I was working like 50 hours a week doing, another retail job or something like that, I got to a point where I was like, you know what? I started delivering food like for DoorDash and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? I will like just doing that, like on my free time, I would literally work 12-hour days, like on like a Saturday because I want to make extra money. I'm like, dude, I'm just grinding. I'm like, this is like easiest money and I don't have to work for anybody. And that kind of gave me the entrepreneur spirit, you know? Leaving paycheck to paycheck taught me a lot. Exactly. Yeah, paycheck to paycheck's brutal, man. Living paycheck to paycheck's brutal. Yeah. Yeah, living paycheck to paycheck is brutal, man. That'll scare you real quick, you know what I mean? All right, guys, I'm just gonna do an hour today. It's been a really good conversation though, but I got to eat my last meal of the day, and then I may or may not stream on my crypto channel. I don't know. But I'm gonna read this last comment that says, "You can be at home miserable, or you can put in the hours and home comfortably know your shit's paid." Listen, going out and taking action makes you feel so much better. Literally just going out and taking action. It doesn't matter what it is. As long as you're working towards something, like literally like the goal, when you get to a goal, it's like not the goal that really excites us. It's like the journey in between, the small little things. And that's so true, whatever it is, right? So all right, thanks again. I appreciate you guys. Hell yeah, I appreciate all you guys out there, man. Appreciate you, JR. Appreciate you, Mr. Plankton, Jayhawk, Bree. I do taxes for free. Senior Plankton. That's it, Mr. Plankton, Anthony, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. And yeah, if you guys have any questions or anything like that, or a topic you want me to cover, hit me up on Twitter. Links to my Twitter is in the description down below. Thank you so much. Talk to you. Bye bye. Bye bye.